Hey, this is Zach, and welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be about my course, Sport Management at Coventry University, what the course actually is, my experience with it, and if I recommend it to any future applicants. So let's get. What is sport management? Because when I say study sport management, a lot of people have this idea, oh, this person does sport psychology or sport physiotherapy or sport and exercise science, or surely they're just going to uni to do exercise and get in shape. And that's far from the truth. Because sport management at Coventry University is mainly focused on the business aspect of sport. So we'd focus on sport as a business and sport marketing and combine it all into one course. Experience overall with the course has been positive. Not knowing much about Coventry or being to the Midlands before Freshers Week was a bit confusing, but having an enjoyable course definitely helped. At the beginning of first year, I'd say we have subjects such as Introduction to Sport Business, Introduction to Sport Marketing, subjects about finance and learn how to do balance sheets with sports and in the sport industry. But apart from that, we have an advantage, which in our first year I chose volunteering in the community, which was helped me gain a lot of experience and learn more about Coventry itself. And apart from that, our lectures try and get us to do as much experience and learn as much as possible. So they encourage us to do different projects, such as university started in September, and in October or first week of November we had the management games, which was a trip to Groningen in Netherlands, and it was like some management games with universities from Germany and I think Denmark, Switzerland, and we had so it was on a team of 5 or 6 people, and we had to make different projects and do different activities, and it was like a management game similar to the film The Internship for those who have seen it. And it's very interesting, very fun. You also get to learn more about your classmates, and it's all relatively cheap. It was around £100, I think, for a week, including breakfast and accommodation. So that was my favorite experience in first year. But we also got to go to the BBC Sport Personality of the Year in December in Birmingham. We were embedded volunteers, and we learned how to do the security protocols and learn about that. Also got to take a picture of probably the best footballer around, Harry Kane, which was great fun. And yeah, I'll say that's first year, just trying to round up knowledge and try and get everyone to do as much experience as possible. I also want to say that instead of having reading week, we have guest lecture week, which is a week about learning about different topics, and we have lecturers or people in the sport industry that come and talk. So I think in first year we had Mesut Ozil's agent that came, and he gave us a talk about being an agent and learning about that. And they also try and help us to learn as much. So one of the lecturers told me the best way to get in the sport industry was to apply and volunteer as much as possible, which led me to applying to the UEFA Champions League final of that year, which was in Madrid, which I managed to get into, and it was great fun. I'll insert like some photos here or clip around here or something. But yeah, that was great fun, and it's just positive to learn about your course. Second year, despite it being harder than first year, to me was more enjoyable because now everyone has the base level knowledge from first year, and you know what's expected of you as a student. It becomes more enjoyable, and now that you have your own group of friends, people that you hang around with, the group presentations become a lot funner, and yeah, even the modules I would say were more engaging because we had modules such as CSR and sport, developing your own sport event, where we had to create our own event considering the location, the logistics, transport, security, the financial aspects, so calculating how much staff we need, how much they need to be paid, thinking about volunteers. And yeah, I think that was quite engaging. For my advantage, which I didn't think I mentioned in the previous clip, is worth 10 credits, and most courses from the Faculty of Business and Law have it. And for second year, I picked learning about intercultural competence, which what it is, the benefits of intercultural competence. As part of that, we got to go on a trip to Thailand, to Bangkok, where we visited Bangkok University and learned more about their culture. We even got some Thai trousers and had to do some Thai traditional dance, and it was all quite fun. So, and as the trip was relatively cheap, it cost us around £300, including the hotel, accommodation, travel. So we only had to pay for like your dinners, your lunch, and whatever you wanted to do in your free time. And yeah, but from second year, the subject that I think I learned the most, even though I didn't enjoy the assessment that much, was developing a professional identity, where we just learned about creating a CV, learn how to apply to a job, learning how to establish your own professional identity and using LinkedIn, the benefits of LinkedIn. So those kinds of topics were quite important just in general for your career. So that's what I'd say second year was, just learning, having, since you already have the base of knowledge, it becomes a lot more enjoyable. And the year that I'm currently in has been very different to the other 2 years. Obviously the pandemic has a lot to do with it. Just having Zoom classes, and even in the first term when we had bubbles and we had different classes, not being with your normal group of friends and not being able to select who you sit with, or just having to be social distant, has been quite different and difficult. But we have to realize as students that it's not only affected schools and universities, but it's affected all different sectors, and everyone has to adapt really. And I think the course, despite the pandemic, have tried to do their best by having guest lecture week online, which has allowed us to have talkers from the States instead of having just people from the UK, which has helped us learn more about American sports and just give us a different insight or different perspective on sport. I'll say that's my take on third year. The modules have been interesting in third year. We have a module in the second term now, sport and event entrepreneurship, where we get to design our own product in the sport industry, or just talk about contemporary issues in sport. Right now, there's none of the modules that I have. Also, dissertation, it's going to take some time, but it's part of third year in university, and I think in general, the university has done relatively well. Would I recommend this course to someone who wants to study sport management? Definitely. I'd say you have to know that what sport management is. You have to know about the course and know about that you want to do sport. It's a very vocational course. I think most of the people that study sport management are a bit older compared to the other courses, because people realize that it's something that they want to do, compared to other courses where people just, oh, I might just study this or I might study that. So a lot of people study sport management because it's their passion or something that they're interested in. And yeah, I say that to consider that. But from my experience, I'll definitely apply again here. I'm happy that I ended up at Coventry. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you have any more questions, I'll leave my Instagram below if you want to ask me questions there. Leave them in the comments, and I'll try and reply and help as much as possible. So yeah, thank you for watching, and that's it for me.